Hello, this is Bobby at Copel TV Repair, and this is a quick video illustrating on BN44-01065A Samsung power supply board. A topic that I've discussed a number of times on this channel. It's just a good illustration, and unfortunately I am getting to it after I fix the problem. But here's what's important. Long story short, I was brought physically this board here, and it has a usual failure and a usual, I believe we sell a repair kit for it. The two MOSFETs burn along with the safety capacitors there. It's a really classic problem, but upon looking on the board, I found a track on the back, the two coils, the two inductors for the PFC circuit. You can see where the track was totally burned. And this is my jumper there, which I just covered with coating so that it's not exposed. That spoke about a serious short, and one of the reasons for that serious short, the most likely, was that the fuse was replaced or jumped, and this is my new fuse, and this is what the original looked like when it was on the board. And as soon as you see that, you know what has happened. The fuse has blown because of the original board failure here, and then the wannabe tech in the house, maybe with or without the help of internet, decided, oh, I see a blown fuse, let's go and take care of the blown fuse. And because they don't have a fuse, they just short wire it. When they short wire it, they try the board again. There is a solid short on the MOSFETs, and so the current that goes through the coils is so big that it burns the track that is between. Look at this here. Now the output of that coil goes here, and the two smaller ones are the inductor of the transformer, and the other, the secondary coil. And what is concerning is that the current was so big that it burned the track here. But look, if it enters here and it exits here, that means that this very big current that led to this wide track being totally blown, it fully goes through the coil of the transformer. And that means this might be bad. And so what I ended up was taking two coils from the other version of the board. This is 1065A, and this is the harder one to find and the costlier. But then there is 1065B, which is much more. I just happen to have one laying around because they're cheap enough. And I did replace those two without even testing them further. It's just the current was apparently way too big. And this illustrates the point. If I didn't have a second board here, they were out of luck totally. And with the second board, they're paying double the repair because it is only fair. I'm breaking out a board that might have been working. I don't even remember whether it was. It wasn't so popular, but it's more work, it's more parts, and honestly, for me, they should be paying triple just to learn a lesson. And use that lesson. Don't do the same thing. If a fuse burns, literally 5 minutes ago, I had a phone call by somebody who was willing to tell me at long length the story of their, whatever it was, jugs machine board, that the fuse is gone, but they don't see anything else on the board. Gosh, what it might be. If they don't see anything else on the board, maybe they shouldn't be repairing it. He said, I'm going to plug it in and see what happens. And I'm asking, was the fuse blown? Yes, it was blown. Are you going to be jumping in? I'm not the kind of guy, and so on and so forth. If you have a blown fuse, there's a reason for that. The reason is usually a shorted MOSFET somewhere or two. And when there is a shorted MOSFET, you don't just replace the MOSFET. You look around the MOSFET. First, a lot of them work in pairs, half bridge, and whenever one fails, you replace both. Safety capacitors, many times. I mean, what is it, like 10 cents a piece and another 3 minutes? You replace those. It's a rule. That's the proper way to do. Just like when you work on your car or any other motor or something, and you take the labor to take apart and get to a machine, and you see a 10-year-old gasket that costs $20 or even $40, and it's 5 or 6 or 7 years old, you just throw it out and replace it. You don't want to risk disturbing it and then putting it together and then flooding the house, believe me, I've seen how that works. I mean, in my own house. So, if you see a blown fuse, a lot of stuff, you just replace. And you never, ever hardwire the fuse or put a bigger fuse or a wire there. That's it. Good luck.